Hi, this is another demo, just simply to indicate how you can write mathematical notations for the physical sciences. This also in line with our desire, with our determination to be able to provide all the necessary tools that the students will require to be able to type in special characters. But in this case, it is the mathematical notations that we are very much concerned with. This also is about the fill in the blank questions, particularly if the student is being asked to write out mathematical notations as response to those questions. He needs to be able to use the mathematical tool which we have already integrated onto the examination platform. That will enable him to be able to write complex and simple mathematical equations. To start with, I will simply put you through the features of the mathematical tool. As you can see, as I move my mouse, the first thing that is, if you want to write fractions, first of all, the tool is actually determined by different blocks. As you can see on the top of the tool, it's a window that has all these blocks on the top, and then whatever you want to write is you simply need to go to the particular block, click on it, and it will give you different options. I'm sure for those of you that are familiar with math type, they'll find this tool very easy to navigate and to use. Now, the first block on the extreme left hand side is for you to be able to write fraction. If I click on this, for example, on the top, you can see on the top here, if I say 24, the second one down, say 45, you can see I've been able to write a fraction, 24 by 45. Now, if I move to the next block and I wish to write a subscript, that subscript can be top subscript or the down subscript. For example, I have chosen 24 subscript. Let me say, if assuming I want to put X, it's simply there. It's only for me to type X. And if I go down and highlight this as well, and then press the subscript, and I wish to say to the power of 6, the same thing applies. So also, if assuming I want to write a down subscript, this small arrow will give me the option to be able to do that. If I click this, and then if I decide to say for subscript 5, you can see it's clearly written. So if I delete it, and then go to the next block, if I want to write fraction, or square root, if I click on this block, now is the square root of what? If I say square root of 86, or 84 rather, you can see I've simply written that. And if I wish to divide this square root or to multiply this square root, by the division of two numbers, by dividing two numbers, or the product of dividing two numbers, let's say 8 divided by 4, and this multiplies square root of 8, you can see it's clearly written. Now, if I wish to move on, same square root sign, but with some numbers outside the square root sign. If I will simply choose this block and then select, this smaller block. Let's assume it is 2, and then 2 square root of 8. You can see it's clearly written. Now, if I move to the next block, and then the parentheses, I want to put some things in parentheses. Let me say 2000 in parentheses. I'll simply select it and then type 2000. If I wish to do some matrix notations, here it will give me the options of choosing. Is it a 2 by 2 matrix? Or 2 by 3 matrix, 3 by 3 matrix, as the case may be. If I choose 2 by 2 matrix. You can see it's for me to simply pick each of the block and then put down my numbers there. That gives me the matrix. So in the same vein, you have so many different other options. They are all indicated here, depending on your choice. If I move on to the next block, is the division. If I wish to divide or any number, if I wish to use the division sign, I can see it there. So it's not only the division sign, but this smaller arrow that you can see here, it will give me more options, like the plus minus, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to sign, union, intersection, multiplication, and so on and so forth. All this depends on what I want to write. Now, if I move to the next block, is the pi sign, you can see. And then apart from that, these smaller blocks will give me more options. As you can see, there are several other options here, depending on what I want to write. Assuming I want to write some Greek notations. As you can see, this block is alpha. And then if I go ahead to click on this more, it gives me several other options. Alpha, beta, gamma, epsilon, and so on and so forth. All of them are here. It's just a matter of choosing whatever notation I want to write. I hope this video will be useful to you, and I want to thank you for listening. Thank you.